Can I beat the Lies of P and its DLC as Leia the Legendary Stalker? With all this drip, how can I not? You know what I mean? Spoilers for the DLC, but at the end, she does give you her weapon after you defeat the last boss, and she also gives you her whole fit, so you're gonna be dripped out. Now, this one has two different types of attacks. This is the first Fable art. You do get a riposte with an animation, pretty sick, and you do get this second Fable art, which I will be using for most of the run because it's sick as hell. Why not? For this weapon, I did scale it into motivity and upgrade it as much as I can. As you can see, it's an A. But please follow me as I will be clapping all of these bosses' cheeks. I will make Leia proud, and I'll be roasting them just because. So first off, you're gonna start a new playthrough at Legendary Stalker because we're not weak boys. You're gonna wake up, you're gonna equip the weapon, clap some random robot's cheeks just because, and then we're gonna get straight into our first boss. As a Leia Legendary Stalker, I'm gonna clap cheeks. You know me, Leia the Legendary Stalker, going in here and clapping this guy's shiny metal cheeks on the first try, by the way. I'm about to crack this nutcracker's nuts. He looks like his mom dressed him in his best sailor outfit. He walks like a toddler with a full diaper. He's gonna have to take all of D's nuts in his mouth. Damn, a D's nuts joke in the year of our Lord and Savior 2025 is actually insane. This guy tried out for the Nutcracker ballet play and lost the part to Sharpay from High School Musical. Ever since then, he's been in a depressed mood and attacking everyone he sees. Sadly, he came up against me, an absolute unit, an absolute freaking tank who's gonna tank all his hits and doesn't even flinch. You know, I never noticed he had a hair and a top hat. I've beaten this guy at least 5 times, and I never took a look at him truly. Maybe that's why I kept mercilessly beating him. I never understood who he was as a person, or truly got to hear his life story. Maybe we could have been friends, even the best of friends. Psych, fuck that. He's a lobster. USA, USA, USA. If you don't get that reference, go back to your history class and you know that the lobster is like an A1 roast, okay? This guy is headless now, trying to be like the headless horseman, only he isn't scary, doesn't have pumpkins, and doesn't have a trusty steed. Man, his cosplay really needs some work. He should have gotten his costume from Spirit Halloween. I did, and I look just like Bluey's dad, Bandit. Side note, that show Bluey is absolutely goated, and I watch it with my daughter all the time, and I love it. 10 out of 10 would highly recommend. This guy doesn't have a family. He doesn't know anything about that kind of love, and after I finish clapping his cheeks, he never will. Thank you, Jessica, so much for the follow. If I didn't thank you before in stream, and I know he's just an opening boss, but you would think on New Game Plus, he would be a little more competitive. He's hit me like 5 times, which I've tanked, by the way, and it just hasn't been that hard. I think this might be the Leia buff. Got your ass, buddy. Cake, cake, absolute cake. Clapping that guy's cheeks, so we get to the hotel easily. We skip her monologue. We get to Elysium, whatever. Kill some more puppets, and then we get to our next boss, Donkey. Our next victim, Donkey. Sadly, he's not the lovable donkey from Shrek, which I have been rewatching and have been loving it. He's a truly hurt man whose family has been unalived by puppets created by my father. Or at least that's what I tell myself, so I can feel a little bad as I'm absolutely clapping his stupid ass. He's so generic with his all brown outfit, looking like straight donkey poo, acting like a big shot. Wear a better mask, man, like a unicorn or a Michael Myers mask or a mask with a feather like me and Absolute Chad. Anyways, I'm used to beating ass for breakfast. So this was no challenge to me at all. Honestly, a lot of the NPC bosses are not too hard, him being one of the easiest rateables, honestly. But yeah, he was cake. I'm a god. I eat ass for breakfast. Back again, bro. I killed you. It's over. So after killing the donkey guy, I talked to my dad for a little bit and I just skip whatever he says because screw that guy, man. He's a piece of shit. He's a deadbeat, whatever. Anyways, then we go straight into our next boss. And look at this guy, walk around these buildings like he's a licker from Resident Evil, trying to act like a werewolf from Underworld, running and jumping and all this shit. This man does not skip leg day or arm day. He is buff. Side note, what is this guy's job? Like, he's huge and buff and can emit electricity. Like, how did no one think, oh, this is safe, guys? Isn't he supposed to be like a police officer? Why did he build him? Like, at this point, it's kind of on them that they died. I feel bad, but I don't. Like, they brought this on themselves. I am going to clap his cheeks, though, without a doubt. This man is out here throwing hammer fists with power. If you grew up with a sibling, you know the windmill hammer fist was the ultimate ability, the unblockable attack that hurt so much. I know for a fact I have implemented that attack back in my heyday, so he's a very smart opponent to use that against me. But will that stop me? No. No, because I'm a tank, and nothing will stop me defeating this challenge. All right, that death doesn't count, and neither do the other deaths. They don't count either. All right, everyone chill out. But for reals on this one, I'm gonna bend him over and show him how real wolf acts. Yeah, all right, that was cringy. Everyone forget that. Let's move on. Let's just move on. Here we have a man with a mustache who was supposed to be sworn to protect us. Instead, he's here trying to clap my cheeks. I'm just a boy. In the game, canonically, I'm like 15 years old or something. I actually don't know. I'm a puppet. I didn't really pay attention to the lore. But that makes this guy a pedo. And we all know the saying, not all people with mustaches are pedos, but all pedos have mustaches. Wait. Honestly, I have a friend who looks just like this guy, actually. Just super buff, super ripped. He's out here with a dislocated knee, and he just texted that he's still gonna go to the gym. God, when I grow up, I wanna be just like him. But yeah, to round this off, this guy's a nerd. He doesn't eat ass. He's not part of any wolf pack. Cringy. And honestly, he's just a lame who got beat by a dad before he went into work. Can he even truly call himself a boss? The answer is no. He can't. Oh my god, yes, let's go! With a sliver of health. Did you guys see that? I had this much health. I had absolutely nothing of health. After that, I made my way into a factory, went down to this little basement hidey hole, and found this guy named the Survivor. And let me tell you, this guy was one of the biggest weenies in all of weeniedom. He doesn't just go to Weenie Hut Jr., he goes to Super Weenie Hut Juniors. And when I'm done with him, he'll be at Weenie Hut General. He was hiding from the puppets, and here I come blasting down the ceiling like freaking Batman just to clap his very human, very supple cheeks. Maybe, if he wasn't hiding, he would have gotten away. But alas, it's yet another person who's gonna get his cheeks clapped by Leia, the legendary Stalker. You see him? He's trying his hardest to fight back at me. He even has a sword kind of like me. But guess what? Oh God, he's actually cutting my cheeks. Holy shit. Oh, damn. All right, everyone chill. I got this. Let me lock in. Oh my God. He's trying to copy me with his fighting stance and everything. Look at him. He has the same weapon as me, like a freaking nerd. He was like, maybe if I act like him, I won't get totally clapped by him. Oh my God, that was a bar. Everyone, you get hurt. That was, holy shit, I was spitting. This isn't even on my script either. Look, it's not even there. I had one little paragraph for this guy. Oh my God, I was spitting. Fuck, Drake, sign me right now. What's up? What's up? Get in front of him. Do the stairs. After that, I talked to Red Fox and Black Cat. I actually messed with them. They're cool as shit. But then we get into our next boss, the King Flame boss. This is probably the weirdest boss in the game, as it is not a puppet or a person affected by the puppet or petrification disease. Like, he looks like a machine used to help with fire and energy, and he just became omnipotent, whatever, and wants to fight me. But will I show him any mercy though? No. Is he even a he/him? I don't know. But my hands are gender neutral, so no matter what, I'm gonna cut this guy's cheeks. My guy has a fire in his private area. My guy walks and looks like Cartman when he tried to be in the Special Olympics. And I'm gonna be clapping the cheeks of a specially abled. I'm gonna get canceled for sure. For sure. But I am gonna bend him over and clap his cheeks before that. The opposite of what Bender tells people to do to his booty cheeks, that's what I'm gonna do. I don't really have a roast because he's a robot and he's physically challenged, probably mentally challenged as well. So we will just let him be by getting his cheeks clapped. I'm gonna see what other roast I can think of. Bear with me. He's shooting some gunk at me, and I think it's his gunk, if you know what I mean. I find that very disrespectful. I do not appreciate it, and I no longer feel bad that he's mentally challenged. He even has those big ass boots that Cartman made for himself in those Special Olympics, and just like Cartman, this guy will be losing ridiculously. This means canonically that Leia the Stalker abused mentally challenged inanimate objects. Do with that what you think you would do what you will. Oh, it's over, bro. It's over for you. Wow. First try, Telly. Hey, first try, baby. Ooh, careful. After saving my daughter, we get to the Moonlight Town, whatever it's called, whatever. Talk to the Atoned. I didn't know you could fight them. I always lied to her, so that's my B, guys. I'm so sorry. But I beat some other random guy's cheeks, you know, to kind of make up for it, so yeah. And then to make up for it even more, I died a bunch of times to this stupid... I died a lot. I then hit some crazy back shots on this guy. I talked to Cecil and I told her I would take care of her because I didn't do it the last time. And then we get to our next boss. And that's going to be a crazy boss. So this fallen Archbishop Andreas boss, whatever, This Bishop guy looks like Venus, the flytrap type monster from Alien Earth, especially the way he's moving and shit. Like this man is looking like a centipede. Not as cool as human centipede though. He's looking at us like Koi from Avatar: The Last Airbender. Is his name Koi Kwa? Whatever his name was. This man is about to try and steal my face. But I'm about to clap his cheeks though. And then look at him go back up. What a weirdo. Like he goes back up like he's Spider-Man, but he's not him. You're not that guy, pal. You're not that guy. This new guy looks like a tarantula just upside down. I actually like tarantulas, so that's not really a roast. But this guy has the same consistency of skins as the aliens from the Alien series, but with random ass teeth everywhere. He's also trying to lick me up every few attacks. Like, who does he think he is, Venom? Only Venom can enter me, either as a symbiote partner or with his tongue. I don't mind either way. You know, he looks like Geodude if Geodude was made of meat and skin and not rocks, but also dystopian and also sick, but also not like a Pokemon. I don't know. Oh my God, you guys, I finally figured out what this person looks like. This looks like the chicken from Jimmy Neutron, the movie. You know what I'm talking about? The chicken that just has a butt and like super small arms. This one doesn't have arms. The legs are like the legs. And then right now, that butt attack, that's what it is. That's what it is. For the second phase, this man has the audacity to try and emerge from his booty hole and act like he's this amazing, cool, regal, perfect person. And he ends up looking like the Keepers in the Demogorgon from Black Ops 3 Zombies. Like he doesn't even look unique. Side note, Black Ops 3 Zombies is the best zombies that has ever been produced, and I will die on that hill. And also the multiplayer is top 2, and it's not number 2. Back to the roasting. This guy's dressed in gold, like he's a regal prince or something. You guys ever heard that saying, if you clean a pile of shit, it's still a pile of shit? Yeah, that's him. He swears like he's Kratos with his spear. Kratos had honor and integrity and is a strong ass Chad. You're getting beat by a suburb dad who works at a bank and eats ass. We are not on the same level, man. Get on my level. He's trying to like fight me on 2 different fronts, like if he's some deformed, twisted version of Cat Dog. And it is not working for him, man. His cheeks are still getting clapped and smacked and up and down this arena. Like, come on, man, get it together. In conclusion, man's is ugly. He has a freaking snake tail out of his butthole. Black Ops 3 Zombies is goated. And yeah, clapped his cheeks. Leia the Legendary Stalker. 4 for 4. 5 for 5. 6 for... What boss am I on? Okay, get in front of him. Get in front of him. Yes. Oh my God. You're the easiest boss I've ever faced in my life. I'm just playing. Guys, it's the Legendary Stalker effect. I'm so freaking OP. I clapped his cheeks first try. First try? So after they died, something about their essence or ergo went to Simon Says or whatever. I don't know, some boy. I didn't really pay attention. I'm gonna be honest with you guys. I went back, checked on the lady that I gave her that pendant. She survived. Love that for her. I beat up a bear because I can beat up a bear in real life, so just know that. And then I met up with Red Fox and Black Cat, and they were like, oh my God, dude, you're so goated. Let me be on your team, blah, blah, blah. And so, of course, I took them in. They said if I beat these other guys, we're cool. So then I went to these other guys, the Brotherhood. I apparently had to fight them. And, excuse me, I'm not gonna lie. This walkout is sick as hell. They look like absolute chads, and like they're gonna save the world from an asteroid coming or something. It's probably the hardest intro I've ever seen for a boss, and I respect it. I respect it. They're about to drop the hardest album of the year. Dead ass. All right, but enough glazing them. Let's clap 4 cheeks at once, shall we? Oh, also side note, the Red Fox and Black Cat, they were like, oh, you know, if you fight them, we'll be on your side. We'll be cool. We'll be homies, right? And then the first time I died, the very first time I died, they immediately left. They left. They're like, oh, bro, you died. That's it. We're out. You're shit. You're not the guy we thought. And they freaking left my ass. How dare they? And then because they left, I died another few times, man, because I didn't have my entourage there to hype me up. You know, they weren't going, yeah, after every hit. And so it hurt my feelings. But we prevail. We persevere and we keep going. Let's start roasting all these people one by one. Starting with the older brother. This man is obviously on the roids. He eats them for breakfast, lunch, and dinner. Come on, it's easy to roast him. Like, come on. He also stole the Cloud Strife's Buster Blade from Final Fantasy. Pretty crazy. I respect him for being able to do that. That's no easy feat. He still looks like a tougher version of Hunk from Resident Evil Raccoon City, which is also cool. Wait, I'm just glazing him. Dude, this is supposed to be a roast. What am I doing? All right, let's move on. We're gonna move on to the little sister. She's dual wielding, like she can actually be a chat with it. All right. She looks like a person who spliced up from Adam from BioShock, except she's still a little cute or whatever. She's a girl and I'm not sexist. So I will be beating her ass. See how I didn't say clapping cheeks? Sexism. The middle brother looks like an emo Marshmallow, you know, the artist. And that he's about to drop the saddest diss track of all time. He looks like he couldn't decide what parts of his old sports uniform he should try wearing to look hard, so he just put them all on. Dude, it's crazy. Randomly, the third brother comes in and gives me the most diabolical back shots of all time. Freaking insane. I know. Going back to the spear guy, he's using a spear, but he's not a cool person. The only person who can use a spear is Kratos. So this guy just looks like a freaking nerd, honestly. And then we move on to the little brother, the Fencer. He would lose to Spencer the Fencer easily. Freddy and his mom don't even need to step in for that. He got it. He's a little annoying, but his attacks are not hard to dodge. Dude has a leather jacket on like he's a greaser, but is wearing some parachute pants like a pirate. Make up your mind, man. Are you cool or are you even cooler? Get it together. These guys were honestly pretty hard to roast because honestly, they just had so much aura. Like they would come up with the 6'7" meme and it would be comedy and they could say it and it would still be funny. But they are not impervious to getting their cheeks clapped. And that's what I did to their older brother. Clapped him. I got him. I got his ass. Oh, cake, easy. I honestly didn't know where to go, so I just started going through doors because I forgot where to go after this, honestly. I made my way to this theater thing, and there's a white lady here. I have no idea, but apparently she's the boss. Pretty crazy. First off, I respect this woman. She's dedicating this dance to her sister who was killed in this puppet frenzy, and I only have condolences for her. But I cannot forgive her racism. Her name is the White Lady. White Lady. Might as well be named Karen. And she might as well be calling me a slur because I'm a minority. I do not feel bad for clapping her cheeks, and she deserves this for being racist. Your sister died? Wait. I don't care. Racist that white lady. She deserved the cheek clapping that she got. Okay, she deserved it. I don't feel bad. So I completely forgot to record me fighting the King of Puppets. And so we're gonna fight him. Yep. Wait, I have to fight him for you guys to be able to roast him, so I apologize. Because I forgot to fight him, he did end up clapping my cheeks quite a few times. I'm not proud of that at all, because I think I beat him in 2 tries the first time, and then the second time, he beat me like a bunch of times. I don't freaking know, dude. Let's move on. Let's get straight into it, all right? When I first got to the King of Puppets, he was everything I expected. Just a big old puppet with crazy cool armor and an absolute Chad. I actually hate fighting this first phase. It's because he has at crazy range, large area attacks, and freaking squid-like arms to hit me from so far away. Freaking nerd. Honestly, he's like a really big toddler who you are playing with, but is kind of a bully and wants to play with his toys and your toys, but you can't play with them. You can only watch him play with them. You know this kid, like everyone's family has one, and if you don't have one, you were that kid, buddy. I'm so sorry. And I'm so sorry you had to find out in a YouTube video about a post-apocalyptic dystopian world about Pinocchio. As my favorite villain turned sick-ass foo says, that's rough, buddy. One thing that I find so tough about his first phase is that it's so hard to get close to him. All of his attacks start so close to him and get you farther away from him. And I have a sword, which means I need to be close to him. He's like that guy from Rick and Morty that says, stay out of my personal space. Anyways, we somehow get to the second phase, and man, this guy is the epitome of aura. Romero is just straight up dripped out, like he's wearing the new Kendrick Lamar collab that won't come out for another 5 years. He looks like he's invited to the cookout. Now we know why Juliet was like, oh, Romeo, wherefore art thou, Romeo? And then proceeds to let Romeo hit after like a week of knowing each other. That's this Romero. Wait, Romero? Oh my God, did I get that mixed up? Anyways, also this isn't a roast, and how can I roast him? This guy is technically my brother in the lore. Spoilers if you didn't know the lore, but he is, and I have to beat him up because my stupid dad told me to. And I'm sorry that I spoiled that for you guys. This guy is like the Melania of Liza P, and I see it. He's just freaking goated. If I was the real Leia, I would let my boy hit without a second thought. There's a reason he is called the King of Puppets, because he is, easily. Anyways, it was bittersweet beating him again after knowing the lore, and yeah, I'm excited about it, but like, am I happy I did it? As Dwight says from The Office, will I get over it? No, but life moves on. Let's go! And finally, after 19 days and my 15th outfit change, we get to the next roid monster of the run. And this is the Victor boss fight. First off, we love the ambience of the fight. It feels like I was participating in WWE or WWF or ECW with my cousin when we were younger. Those are some good times, but it's not. I'm an adult and we have families and full-time jobs and can't just play Resident Evil 5 7 times in a row because it's New Year's Eve and we have no school for 3 weeks and no responsibilities. And now I'm pissed because I'm a responsible adult and this guy makes me feel inadequate and sad about not having enough time to have fun. So we're gonna clap his cheeks extra hard. We're going to teach him that Braun doesn't win in fights. Being an absolute tank is what wins. And that's what I am. I am your pimp daddy master fuckboy, and don't you forget it. You might have buns of steel, but they're still gonna get clapped by my finesse and sick ass fluidness. You wanna be Bane ass dude. Don't you read the comics? Bane is super strong and smart. You're missing half of that equation, buddy. That's why you're not gonna win this fight. With your knockoff Venom trying to enhance yourself, I'm actually disrespected on behalf of Bane, just like white women are triggered on behalf of all minorities. I'm about to carry you into oblivion. You hear me? You're about to go viral on Facebook. Yeah. Tens of people are gonna see me crashing out on you because Facebook sucks ass cheeks anyway, and not in a good way. I do feel kind of bad because he is dumb and he might not know what he's doing. Like, what if he's a little mentally challenged like that other boss I fought earlier in this video? But do I care? No. Let's continue clapping those cheeks. Freaking nerd. He's trying to do his best Avatar cosplay by turning blue instead of green, and he just looks dumb, bro. Didn't you see Avatar Way of the Water, or the first one? They look cool. They downright look hot. You don't look any like that. You look like you're roided out and you do some stuff with the syringe. You guys know what I'm talking about. And it's messing up your entire body. Like, you look like you scratch yourself and you have those marks and you like have another type of disease. I don't freaking know the name of it, but you know what I'm talking about. Yeah, he's something else, bro. He's a wannabe Hulk. He's a wannabe Shrek. He's just roided out, man. I'm just gonna put him out of his misery, dude. Like, come on. At this point, I'm doing the world a favor by clapping his cheeks, okay? I'm doing the world a favor. I'm doing you a favor. You guys are loving this, yeah. Oh, it's over for you, princess. Victor, you're not a champion, bro. Your ass. I also do feel kind of bad because after I clap his cheeks, I was going to give him a gentleman's handshake and tell him to hit the showers. Because, you know, I respect him as an individual. And in WWE, you say thank you. And then some random guy throws a spear and kills him. That's messed up. He's mentally challenged and he just got beat up. Like, that's messed up. After that, I talked to this guy named Simon. He wants to play Simon Says, but he wanted me to do some weird stuff. So I was like, nah, I'm getting the fuck out of there. You're weird, dude. And then I meet up with Black Cat and Red Fox. And I was going to give them a piece of my mind, but then they play this sob story. And I'm a huge softie, man, like the biggest. So I give them some money and head on my way. And then we head to the swamp. And in there's a doctor. And he said he wanted to catch these hands. He heard they were rated E for everyone. So I had to clap his cheeks too. It was weird fighting an owl because I personally love looking at birds and just admiring them. And then this guy says he wants to smoke. He's like Lil Yachty just asking everyone who wants to smoke. And I just happen to be there looking for medical help. But listen, I ain't no bitch. All right, I'll go toe to toe with whoever. Heck, you guys just saw me fighting wannabe Bane. And that guy had easily 2 tons on me. And what do? We clapped him. We clapped him up and down. Scoop, dip, titty, whip, poke. You know what I mean? Anyways, beating up the owl was pretty annoying. He just kept saying, who? Who? And then I would say, who what? And he would say, who cared? And like, fuck, he got me, dude. He got me. Oh, God. And that grinded my gears so badly that I didn't feel bad that owls were on the endangered species list. After today, they were about to be extinct because of this one owl thinking he was funny. Freaking nerd. I mean, he's a doctor. He could patch himself up, right? Or not. I don't care. Sorry, buddy. Ready? Okay, you push the buttons. Go. You push the buttons. These buttons right here. These ones right here. That goes forward, okay? And this one goes back. Let's go sideways. Stella, you pushed the wrong button. Stella, help me. You gotta push the buttons. I told you what buttons to push, baby. Uh-oh, he got us, baby. He got us.
Yay, we win!
Good job. Okay.
I I was pressing the right button.
Yeah, you were.
So me and Stella did die a few times, and then I died a few more times after that, so it wasn't her fault. I'm just really trash at the game. But did I give up? No. Never mind that I truly thought the swamp monster was going to be Shrek. I was fully expecting to get Shrek is loved, Shrek is lifed as soon as I walked into that arena. That is a deep cut, so if you know, you know, and if you don't, do not go look it up. It is very scarring. I mean, you can, but I would not suggest it. And if anyone asks, I didn't tell you to look it up. Into the actual swamp tentacle monster, I truly don't know what this monster evolved from. Like maybe it was a lizard or an axolotl type thing. I don't know, man, but it's just weird. It's nasty. He looks like Ouroboros from Resident Evil 5, just tentacles all around. He looks like he belongs in a hentai with all those tentacles for real. He looks like a generic monster a little kid would draw because they don't know how to draw a monster. He looks like if a bunny became a demon. He looks like when your mom comes back from a night out on the town. Oh my god. And then the second phase is just dumb. It's just a rehash of another boss, just with tentacles now. The Scrap Watchman was put into a hentai without his consent and is now living with it. The tentacle monster got him, and it's not fun when you see it happen in real time. Tentacle monster or Scrap Watchman or whatever it is, you know what I have to do. I'm gonna be clapping cheeks, just like I've been clapping cheeks this whole playthrough. Yeah, his cheeks, I'm about to get clapped. Metal body or tentacles or some other third thing popping up will not stop me. The sexy, amazing Leia the Legendary Stalker from hitting him with my amazing laser beam type sword. I'd be breaking the space-time continuum whenever I activate my Fable art on his ass. I threw in electricity too, because why not? Why would I do that? Do you think I need it? No, I'm a god. I'm like Raiden, God of Lightning, and I just infused it into my sword. Honestly, I really couldn't think of any roast for him. He's very generic, and I couldn't relate it to like pop culture as much as I wanted to, you know? But it was still entertaining, right? Please like and subscribe. I'm freaking begging you, okay? I'm homeless. Please like and subscribe. Anyways, besides that, he looks like one of the new monsters from The Witcher Season 4. I'm really liking Liam Hemsworth as Geralt, so, you know, it's pretty respectable. But yeah, man, I really couldn't think of anything else. So I'm just cut the rest of the shit and just get to the end. Let's go! Oh wait, it's not dead yet. Oh, it is, it is.
That's how you do it, baby. That's how you do it.
Easy. So after that fight, my fiance calls me and my daughter thinks it's the perfect time to start climbing on me and try and get on my shoulders. She's so quirky. I then get to the train station and freaking Weasel from Black Ops 2 Zombies Mob of the Dead comes up and tries to rob me. I thought he was stuck in purgatory and not in dystopian England. Or I actually don't know where we would be at. I mean, I'm just gonna say it's England. That's what it looks like. Anyways, you would think by now, on the tear that I am going on, that other people would hear about a masked assailant going out and clapping everyone and everything's cheeks that gets in his way. Like, you would think they would hear that. But oh well, they have to learn the hard way. Honestly, I have no roast. At the end of this video, you'll see that they just wanted to eat food and have a full belly. And it's almost as if something similar is happening in real life with the government shutdown and millions of Americans not having access to food. And this is where I feel for them. Like, I relate to her in this game and I relate to those people in real life because that's a scary thing and no one should be going through that. That's why this video is sponsored by HelloFresh. No, I'm just saying, guys, I'm not sponsored by HelloFresh. But if you guys want to sponsor me, you know, you can hit my line or whatever. But yeah, I mean, this guy was super easy for me. I'm an absolute Chad. I'm the Pimp Daddy Master of everyone in Lies of P, the sickest fool out there, the best dad and best partner my fiance and daughter could ever ask for, the funniest dude on TikTok and Twitch, and the most athletic and healthiest dude you could ever want to be. Just a little self-glazing is good from time to time, you know? Wait, what was the point of this fight? Oh, wait, I'm supposed to be roasting him. Okay, all right, that's my beat. Let's get back to that. She's a girl, so I'm not gonna roast her for being a girl. That's sexist. But yeah, they're trash. You know, I clapped their cheeks. Only went through like 15 of my health things, whatever. Yeah, that's the whole fight. We'll leave it at that. Self-glazing, not a roast.
Belly. That's not so wrong.
And then we get to the Master of Illusions boss fight, actually being Walker of Illusions, which I still never understood why she was called that. She doesn't have any magic to cast illusion. She has a big old head like Megamind, and she's just using a big knife and a small knife to fight me. Like, what were the developers thinking with this boss's name? They just put her image in ChatGPT and were like, yep, that's the name. Also, don't use ChatGPT or any other AI. It's bad for the environment and ruins creativity on the everyday person. Just don't do it. Anyway, she's greasy and I couldn't get a proper timing in her attacks, but I beat her first try. How many of you can say that, huh? Oh, everyone who's played this game, because she's a mini boss and I'm actually trash at this game. All right, well, moving on. Bitch. Moving on to the next boss, we apparently have to go back and fight now the corrupted parade boss. And somehow he's now corrupted, but before, when he was a puppet murking people, he wasn't corrupted. Like, isn't that what happened to all the puppets? That's why they were corrupted. Dude, I don't know, man. That's like they became corrupted and started killing people that they were created to serve. I don't know, man. This timeline's weird. Anyways, he looks like he was corrupted by the Demogorgon from Stranger Things or the Margot from Black Ops 3 Zombies. Shadows of Evil. Excuse me. Go to the game, just gotta say it again. It felt kind of cheap to reuse him again and give him a slightly different moveset, but I am not a game developer and I respect them for the game that they put out. Just thought, I mean, he was easier than stealing candy from my daughter because she's got so much of it, and if I steal a small little piece, she won't notice. And while that might not be a good thing to do, ultimately, I'm helping my daughter eat less candy in the long run. So if you think about it, I'm actually being a good dad. So hop off my back, all right? It's a good thing I take her candy, all right? Oh my god, why did I wait so long to do that? That's the freaking sickest thing I've ever seen in my freaking life. Oh my god, you're absolute garbage. Continuing on, I play this piano and open up a door to a secret underground place. And in this underground place, the Brotherhood was waiting for me, trying to get their get back on me for clapping their cheeks so unbelievably hard and unaliving their brother. Freaking nerds. They just want to get their cheeks clapped again, which I'm happy to do. Let me just tell you guys, this second fight was easy peasy lemon squeezy wrapped up with a bow and a cherry on top. I also figured out that I could do the other Fable art, and this one was like infinitely times better, right? You guys know the one, that's the Garlocky one, right? I forgot about it up until like this part of the run, so I'm spamming that shit all the time. You know what I mean? I'm doing that all the time. But one thing, besides this fight and the DLC fight with Marinette, the Puppet Master, the auto lock was dumb as hell, dude. It kept just jumping around, in and out, going around town. Like if it had a mind of its own. Like look at this. Like, you guys are seeing this. It's just going around everywhere. I'm not even doing anything. I'm not even able to roast these bosses because the auto lock is tripping, dude. Developers, come and get your game. What the hell is going on? The fights with multiple bosses always trip like this, and it makes it so hard to fight. And I know what you're thinking. Well, PD, why don't you just turn the auto lock off and get rid of the issue and blah, 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 blah. And to that, I say, how about you shut up and watch the video? All right, no one wants practical solutions when they're feeling themselves. Let me rant and absolutely crash out on something that is out of my control and ultimately really trivial, okay? Gosh, some people, the audacity. Anyways, I roasted them enough previously when I clapped their brother's cheeks, so I'm just gonna chill for this one. My throat hurts, my brain hurts from thinking of funny roast and having to type all this out on my phone, which by the way is being super slow and autocorrect is not working at all. Sometimes you just need a breather to regroup, and this is my breather. Thank you for allowing me this. Just watch me clap the cheeks. And then the brother comes in after I've beaten all his siblings to try and get his get back too. Like this is that SpongeBob meme about the old man learning his lesson.
How many times do we have to teach you this lesson, old man?
I love the young people.
And he still has his broken sword that I broke for him. Like it's, come on, bro. It looks like they gave him the same serum that guy Victor had with all those tubes in his back, and like he has that Venom wannabe Bane type shit, you know? But I mean, I've already caught this guy's cheeks. Like, what else does he want? You know, he's trying to get his get back. Excuse me, but he's not going to get it. He's just going to get his cheeks clapped over and over again. And I feel bad, kind of. Not really. You know, it's his fault. This is what he did himself, but he gets his cheeks clapped regardless. Got you, buddy. Easiest foursome I've ever been a part of. First try, by the way. I then unalive Alidoro because he killed the real one, and in the DLC, the real one helped me out, freaking Chad. And then we skip all this lore because even though it plays an important role in this game and the DLC, which you should know, but we're gonna skip past it and past everyone to get to the door guardian. I mean, does the door guardian even count as a boss? Like, he is, but like, once you get the riposte that I totally missed, by the way, and you could totally roast me in the comments, he dies very quickly. You can only hit him in his leg, which is a crazy handicap to have on. They took inspiration from Achilles movies and books. Song of Achilles, by the way, amazing book, 10 out of 10, read it, godly, would highly recommend. Anyways, he's nothing for me to handle, yet another roided out dude who fell to me thanks to my sexy swiftness and my awesome laser beams shooting out of my freaking sword. But yeah, he's trash. I wouldn't even count him as a boss. I then skip going up the tower because I'm an absolute Chad and did not die even once. JK, I did like 20 times, but I'm gonna cut it because it doesn't make me look good. Anyways, now to another sexy lady who's about to meet her end. Man, just look at her walkout. It is very reminiscent of when you first meet Pyramid Head in Silent Hill 2. Just an absolute Chad aura walking towards you, and you know you're in for a hell of a ride. Like, ugh, it still gives me chills, man. One of my favorite boss fights. Now, I'm going to lie to you. I almost beat her first try. I almost did. I was freaking close, guys. I was freaking close. I died a few times to her. Okay, I'm going to say more than a few times, a significant amount of times to her. And because of that, I then went back to the hotel and sold a bunch of stuff and then upgraded it before fighting her again. I then proceeded to die still a few more times, but then I locked in, guys. I was on demon time and I know what was wrong. I was one of those memes that the guy says, I understand it now, and then proceeded to crush whatever he was doing. And I'm telling you guys, I was locked in. I was looking at Luxasia as if she was the one boss from Bloodborne who just runs away and has a cage around his head like a freaking nerd. You guys know who I'm talking about. Looking at her like the prey she was. I was looking at her like that one ghost from 13 Ghosts that also has a cage around her face, but not as scary as when I first saw the movie at the ripe age of 9 years old and had nightmares for the longest time. She may have this tough exterior and tough armor, looking like a Bronze Age knight looking for another fight, but I could see she wasn't that. I could see she was putting on a tough exterior because she was bullied as a child and had to be strong for her little sister. Her little sister wasn't as strong as she was, and she had to take care of them both because they were orphans and struggled to feed themselves. Bro, I don't even know what I'm saying. I'm pretty sure that's not even her lore. I'm just giving her a backstory to not feel bad for clapping her cheeks. This is a weird tangent, but she is strong, but I'm stronger. Yeah, she's good, but I'm better.
So he's good. I'm better.
All right, enough for the first phase. That was pretty cake. Let's get into the real meat of the fight, the main course. Just know that this second phase is hard. I'm more than positive that this first area attack she's about to do to me is unparryable and unblockable. I mean, I've tried multiple things, I'm telling you guys. It just hits you and you have to be able to tank it, which I respect. But man, this girl was standing right next to me. She's so freaking tall. She looks like she's 6'7", you know, 6'7", 6'7". Dude, totally off tangent, but my daughter started saying 6'7". Like, we were just in bed last night and she was like 6'7", 6'7". And so the youth is getting corrupted, guys. She's 4 years old. It's spreading everywhere. She looks like Amanda from Smosh, just tall, dark, and way out of my league. Just a behemoth, and I'm just grateful to get to be next to her and be in her presence. Do I feel bad that I have to clap her cheeks? No, I do not. I'm grateful for the opportunity. I will savor it. But why is she naked? Like, she has some toilet paper around her like a mummy, and that's it. And also, how is it staying on? I'm hitting her with a pretty sharp sword and she's just tanking it and it's staying on. This is probably some Charmin extra strong toilet paper she has on, and she pays for the quality stuff, and I envy that. I just have like half a ply toilet paper in my house. What does she do for work that she can afford that? Also, is she calling me broke because I don't have that toilet paper? And now I'm mad. Forget about her being my next future baby mama. She's gonna get her cheeks clapped last time someone calls me broke. Let's go! Man, if you weren't such a... I then rescue my other baby mama, Sophia, and I assure you, she consented to me touching her chest and taking her ergo. Guys, she said yes. This is a family channel. YouTube do not demonetize this. I'm just playing, guys. I'm not monetized. I also don't fight Red Fox or Black Cat because I killed them the first few times I played the game, and I respect them. She just wants to take care of her little brother who isn't her little brother. The lore's a little bit confusing, but yeah, I like them. So I left him alive. I also tell my dad he's a piece of shit and he's a cuck and all this other stuff. So yeah, fuck that guy. And I go to Simon's dumbass, and I mean, just look at this guy. He looks like the Hunchback of Notre Dame only having one arm like a wannabe Sasuke when he's grown up. But just like Sasuke, he's a cuck and a nerd and a horrible antagonist and just a weak ass foo. That's why just like Naruto clapped Sasuke's cheeks in Naruto Shippuden, I will clap Simon's cheeks up and down around town, scoop dip titty whip poke. You know, this guy's last name is Manus and he's trying to be like Magnus Carlsen, the best chess player to ever do it, but is not as cool or respected. He just looks deformed and made himself less appealing to the ladies. He's no Mung doll, and his chances of scoring are over with. He also made me waste my Fable art. Like, what a little B. This is the third time in this video I do not feel bad about beating up a deformed, mentally challenged person. He deserved it, for sure he did, not the other ones didn't. I'm pretty sure he was calling people slurs on Reddit. I mean, don't quote me on this, but his Reddit name is something like Simon is a pure being above all else, or something like that. I mean, it's pretty racist, you know. He's for sure was calling people slurs on that. And honestly, he was just the whatever's boss. Look at him, being fat and ugly with he has tails. Ugh, he has tails going out of his stuff. He has one arm. Oh, are those legs? Actually, I actually don't know. That's pretty crazy. But yeah, he's ugly, he's fat, he looks like a blob. We're just gonna skip to the next phase, man. This guy's trash. After getting him to the second phase, he busts out a crazy move I didn't expect him to bust out. He busts out a domain expansion, bro. Yeah, he has the same domain expansion as Mahito from Jujutsu Kaisen. And that's pretty crazy because Mahito texted me and he's like, whoa, bro, I'm offended. He just stole my shit. Like, what's up with that? Why the hell does this dude get a domain expansion and I don't? Who is this hand of God helping him and not me? I'm the chosen one, not him. Obi-Wan said so.
You are the chosen one!
Also, it's pretty insane he gets an OP domain expansion from an OP character. But don't forget, guys, I'm Naruto, I'm Yuji, I'm the main character. I'm going to clap this guy's cheeks harder than Orochimaru was 100%. He 100% was clapping Sasuke's cheeks in the time skip in between Naruto and Naruto Shippuden. This is a fact. The creator said it himself. Don't come for me in the comments, all right? This is a fact. This guy looks just like a big old blue blob rolling around and throwing random shit and trying to hit me. He's like Blob from Monsters and Aliens, just not nearly as cool. Oh, wait, that guy's name was Bob. He's like Bob. Also, he's pulling random ass bull out of thin air, literally. I'm pretty sure one of those spectral rays hit me from like 20 feet away from me, and yet I'm getting hit by them. Like, what is this, man? Even though he has the hand of God and rays of beam coming from heaven or something like that, does that deter me? No. I am like Erwin from Attack on Titan. My soldiers rage. My soldiers continue on. And that's what I do. I'm the legendary stalker, not the wimpy nerdy stalker. Even after getting pimp slapped by the hand of God, it's not enough to deter me from clapping this big blue butt cheeks right in front of me. Even in his own domain expansion, that is a guaranteed hit. Remember, that's a guaranteed hit. He wasn't strong enough for me. First try. You grotesque, ugly ass motherfucker trying to do the self-embodiment of perfection, domain expansion, but you ain't him. I'm fucking Yuji. You're that guy, I forgot his name, Mahito or some shit. He's gay. So then this guy disappears after I clap his cheeks. And then I meet up with my bitch ass deadbeat dad. And he tried to tell me to give him my heart. I said, what is this, a Korean drama? Fuck out of here with all that gay shit, man. And then after I said no to him, he tried to sick another puppet on me. Like if I didn't just solo the hand of God in the rest of the Liza P universe. But I'm not gonna lie. That puppet got a good amount of licks on me. He got some solid hits in and humbled me a little bit. But after that, I got him. I got his ass. After I locked in, it was over for him. I was like Kakashi from Naruto and I was able to read his moves. I was Sasuke in the first fight with Naruto when he was able to read his moves and takes Naruto to the extreme, you know, when they're fighting in the Valley of Death. You know what I'm talking about? He was not going to be able to keep up with me at this point. I was like Maki when she goes full Toji and starts clapping cheeks and kills the whole Zenin clan. But I almost felt bad for the nameless puppet. Not only did Geppetto not give him a name, which is pretty messed up considering he gave me a name and I'm like that guy's brother technically, but he's still connected to strings and being puppeted. That's also super sad. It goes to show the hold that capitalism has on us and our hearts. Remember, guys, November 28th to December 5th, don't buy shit, all right? Just don't. Anyways, back to this roast. This guy looks like the new Frankenstein monster from the new Frankenstein movie on Netflix with Oscar Isaac. Really good, crazy good movie. Oscar Isaac is goated. Disney did him really wrong in the Moon Knight series. I will not die. I'm gonna die on that hill. He looks like he just got randomly put together with random pieces of random person's bodies But man, is he still goated? The way he walks and carries those swords, you just know he got a huge slong. He's just waving it around in everyone's face and people are getting hit in the face by it. Especially in the second phase, he turns into all those red pill men just feeling themselves, thinking he's above everyone else and that he's the alpha male. Well, I'm about to show him that I'm the alpha male. I'm the legendary stalker and I'm gonna put him in his place, even though technically I'm a woman. It's crazy that after taking his head off, he kind of goes like full tweaker mode, like fidgety, like he's fiending for the next hit, and invincible, dude. Like nothing I do even phases the guy. It's wild. Like in real life when people are tweaking, but it's all our deadbeat dad's fault for getting him hooked on drugs. After this is over, I will be a proper father to the toy and teach him right from wrong. He might even teach me how to use those dual wield swords, bro. Those things are sick as hell. This guy's the true dual wielder. He's like that guy from One Piece. I don't watch One Piece, but you guys know who I'm talking about. He's like the guy from, oh, I don't know what the other one is. Who else dual wields? I mean, Maki could dual wield, I guess. I have no idea who else to roast him by. I don't know if this is his blood or if like he's just tweaking or if it's my blood on the blades. I have no idea. He made me waste a whole Fable art right there. Pretty messed up. But he looks cool, man. He got gold going all in him. Gold's going up. And so he's worth a lot of money. So I'm going to have to clap his cheeks and cash that gold in for everything I've done. All this Lies of P bosses. And I haven't even got paid for a single one. Like I just killed a god and I'm pretty sure I don't get paid any money. It's crazy. Like what am I to do? You know, like this guy's my brother and I'm clapping his cheek and he's made of gold and I kind of want it, you know, like what is there to do? But whatever. It's all our deadbeat dad's fault. But oh well, man, we let the man take the blow for us and then hold him as he's dying, or maybe not, since like I'm kind of just about to rip his heart out and break every window in the tri-state area. What you're about to see right now, it's about to be sick as hell. Doing that made me think of when Fiona becomes an ogre full time and it breaks every window in the church. And dude, he's such a hater. He could have apologized for being such a deadbeat, but instead he calls me a useless puppet. This also means I got the bad ending, which kind of sucks. But I mean, what can you do? This guy sucked ass cheeks. He was a horrible father. But anyways, I was able to pick up this cat after so long. So I think that's a good thing, but I don't know. But we're going to get straight into the DLC, man, because we're not stopping. And let's get started with our first victim of the DLC, the alligator from Florida, the Forgotten Reptilian. Honestly, this alligator is huge, man. What were they feeding this guy? Steroids? He was copying some of the other bosses from earlier in this fight. This alligator is bigger than the ones you see on Swamp People. And man, those are some big gators, like 13, 14 feet. You know, this guy's easily 50 feet. This is the mascot that Florida State University based their mascot on. He's bigger than the alligator from Princess and the Frog. Also, goated movie. Never seen it before, and my daughter wanted to see it, and I loved it. Really freaking good, really cute. Makes me want to go to Louisiana. Off topic, but yeah. And yeah, you know, he takes a few bites out of me. He eats me one time, you know, whatever. You don't gotta worry about it. I'm a puppet. I'm totally fine. You know what I mean? In this fight, I was talking about his mom and how she was being passed around the swamp when he was a baby. We're gonna talk about his stubby little legs and calling him shorty and how he has a big ass nose and he's a weirdo wannabe Killer Croc from Batman. All this good, funny, quirky things. Also, it's really sad in Bluey. Me and my daughter, we watch a lot of Bluey. One of the kids calls her leg stubby and she's all sad about it. And I'm like, oh my god, dude, she's so cute. That's off topic. Anyways, there's not really much to say. He's an alligator. I mean, I can't relate this to pop culture. You know, you could say this is the alligator from Happy Madison, where, you know, I'm talking about Adam Sandler. He kills the alligator for the other guy, and then the guy dies again. I don't know what I'm saying. Anyways, oh, it's over for you, buddy. First try, by the way. First try, by the way. Put me on the Swamp People because I kill alligators like that and shit. We then speed run this birdhouse and get to our next victim, Marinee, the wannabe Granny Chio. First try, ready? First try. She said she wanted to fight Leia, the legendary stalker. Well, here I am, princess. Let's get down. What's up? What's up? What are you gonna do? Don't you know that blue on blue is way too much and doesn't match? Who taught you how to get dressed? Listen, I roasted her pretty badly in my first video on this DLC, so go check that out because I'm out of ideas to roast her on. But this is the first try, so I want you guys to just see it in its complete raw form because I died over 100 times to her the first time I played against her. And that was agonizing, man. I was tripping balls hard, I was tilted, I was cracked, I was peeved off, everything, man. It was insane. So please just enjoy me clapping her cheeks first try. Do this shit, bitch.
How humiliating that you should see the power I was saving for Leia.
I am Leia.
last time. Weep in despair, tremble in fear, scream for my pleasure.
Oh, you came right to me, baby. I love that. I got your ass, baby. First try. First try. Oh my god, I'm a demon. I'm a demon. I'm so sorry, baby. I'm so sorry. If you hadn't come after me, we would have been together. We'd have some sexy ass babies. After clapping her cheeks the first time, I talked to some old lady. I lied to her, say her painting's amazing, whatever. I get down here. I forget to give Rosara her shoes, so I go back to give them to her because she's cool as hell. I love her. Died a few times getting to the next boss, but then we meet up with Veronique, my baby mom's, for the 5th time. And listen, I get in there, right? I bust on my secret move. She kills me a few times, not a lot of times, just a couple, you know, nothing wild, nothing I can't overcome. All right, it's not debilitating. All right, but I get in there again, and I try to bust out my super secret move, the Hidden Lotus. Thank you to Rock Lee, and it misses a good amount of times. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, due to my miscalculations. And even though she's like an NPC type boss, she's still an actual boss. Does that make sense? Like she's not fighting like the regular NPC bosses, even though she has all the characteristics of it. But Veronique is different. She's like me in a lot of ways. She tackles things head on, like a true ram, and doesn't give up until she's dead or her opponent is. It's very noble. At the end of this fight, one of us will be standing and the other one will be made into lamb chops, or in this case, ram chops. She also carries the largest weapon for an NPC boss. It's like a Stormbreaker, but with the hammerhead instead of an axe head. And the way she wields it is extremely respectable. Wait. I'm supposed to be roasting her. I've been hyping her up this whole time. Dude, I've been doing that for a lot of bosses this run. But let's talk about it. She's a sick ass foo. She has a great moveset and her fire damage is impeccable. But she's not me. She's not the finesse queen. She's not the legendary stalker. She's not an absolute freaking tank who's been clapping all these DLC bosses' cheeks like a freaking Chad. She could never be. She's hopped up on bath salts. She can't even think straight. I have to slap her around just to talk some sense into her. This is what happens, kids. Take care of yourselves, your friends, your family, and the environment. Only you can prevent wildfire. I don't know, man. I'm just saying stuff at this point. I think Veronique is supposed to be a representation of how we treat people with mental illnesses and how we can do better as a society. We should be doing better as a society. I'm here clapping her cheeks, but what if I just talked to her? I could have calmed her down and we could have avoided this fight altogether. Maybe we could have gotten some cookies and relaxed and talk about Christmases with the family. We could have been really good friends. Alas, I have to clap her cheeks. Just know, just like Romero, I did not want to do this. Maybe she's my long lost sister. Oh well. We give her a proper salute and let her go on into the afterlife. May she live long and prosper there. You're not the goat I am. I then meet up with my boy the tracker and he says I can summon him in my next fight. Who is this guy trying to talk to? I don't need his help. I'm a god. I'm about to put this guy to sleep in 5 hits. Watch out for me. All right. That was a fluke. And it's not gonna happen again. All right. This guy is tough. He's talking way too much shit, and now my cheeks are getting clapped. I didn't die that many times though, right? Me? So this guy clapped my cheeks a lot. And you know why? Because I wasn't coming in with the right mindset. Look at him. He's buff. He has a huge stick. And he has the brain like the brain from Teen Titans. All those factors intimidated me, let's be honest. He was everything I wanted to be, but I had to remind myself, who am I? Am I the legendary stalker? Or am I just a dude who plays video games and works at a bank? Which me did I want to be? And then I remembered what Demi Lovato said. This is me. This is real. I'm exactly where I'm supposed to be now. Gonna let the light shine on me. And I did. I was locked in. I'm a new stalker now. The worst kind for the two-faced overseer. Restraining orders would not stop me from bending his buff-ass over and clapping them cheeks. Now let's get into the roasting. First off, his weapon looks like a guitar from Guitar Hero 3 that Death wields. You guys know who I'm talking about. And I know for a fact that this guy cannot shred a sick-ass guitar solo. He's not the type. He doesn't give it off the right vibe. Secondly, he's wearing a skirt. How are you the boss of this area and wearing a skirt? He's not even wearing it well, like the Scottish. They wear kilts, and I know they would rock my shit if I said anything. He's not. He looks like he picked it up from the side of the road and said he thrifted it. We know damn well he can't even afford to thrift stuff with his broke ass. Probably spending all his money on roids for his overgrown, for sure not healthy muscles, or his brain juice for his head that isn't even connected to his body. Like the brain in the jar is just free floating, and the jar is connected to the head, but like how does that work? Does the juice pick up the electromagnetic signals from his brain through the brain juice and send it to his body? Am I looking too much into the anatomy and physiology of this boss fight so that I am able to find other reasons to roast him? Maybe. But that doesn't discount the fact that he has all these holes in his body. Like, what are those for? Who was inside this guy that they needed that many holes? Was that for his brain juice? I don't know. And I truly don't care. Also, what's up with these tubes in the back of his back? Was that also for brain juice? What were they pumping into my dude to make him so buff? It was probably whatever that guy on TikTok was using. You know that guy that said he only ate meat for his diet, that's why he was really buff, but in reality he was taking so many drugs and how his body's destroyed beyond repair? Yeah, I forgot his name, but that guy. Man, has it been 4.5 minutes yet? Dude. I don't know what else to roast him on. He's a knockoff Two-Face from Batman. He looks like he couldn't eat ass even if he wanted to. He looks like the only day he's been on left him high and dry and left her skirt behind, like when Cinderella left her shoe behind. And this weirdo kept it as a reminder that he'll always be alone. And why does he turn red? What a cliche to show that he's angry. Where's Gabriel Iglesias to say, it's angry, when you need him? I had to hit this guy with like 5 of my extra special moves, man. That's how long this fight took me. Freaking guy doesn't know I have a daughter and a fiance who I want to spend time with. I'm out here clapping his cheeks for some clout and it's taking forever. Dude, hopefully it's been 4 minutes or I'm gonna shorten this fight down. This is taking too long. What the hell? Let's go, let's go, let's go, let's go! Yes, sir! Yes, sir, I'm better than you in every single way! I'm Batman and you're Two-Face, fuck you! After we clap his cheeks, I get back at my dog for not helping me even though I didn't call him because I need to get mad at something. Then I get to the ancient ruin, wherever place, and I talk to this guy who's a huge CUNT. I can't say it because YouTube's gonna get mad, but whatever. And then I see my best friend Rosara and I give her a fat stack of Ergo because she was asking and she's my homie, so like, why wouldn't I give that to her? And then I make my way to the next boss fight, El Stinky Poo Poo Nasty Man, as my daughter calls him. Let's clap his cheeks. Shall we? All right, he got me. Oh my God. All right, now with all those deaths out of the way of me getting my cheeks claps, let's lock in. First off, his nails, the most unmanicured nails you will ever see. Whatever the opposite of manicured nails are, that's what he has. Just ranted. You know for a fact that he's never had a girlfriend and he will never have one. She will not want him to touch her with those nasty ass nails. He has hair, but it's nasty, greasy, and he's for sure never washed it once. They say you're supposed to wash your hair 2 to 3 times a week to keep your natural oils and whatnot, but man, he heard 2 to 3 times in your lifetime and stuck to it. It's also super thin and dead at the same time. This man does not eat any fruit or take care of himself at all. And what's up with the horns, dude? How did you get horns that are breakable? I'll tell you how. They're not real horns. It's built up gunk. Why do I say gunk? Because I don't know what it is. I'm just hitting it and hoping it does damage because that's nasty, man. He also has like warts and barnacles all over his arms and shit. Like I thought barnacles were only at the bottom of ships, like at the bottom of the ocean. How does this guy even have them? He's never even been next to water. Who tattooed this guy while sleeping too? Why did someone think to put the sickest tats on the ugliest, most grotesque guy out there? That's like if you shined up poop. It's still poop, man. This guy looks like a human version of the big dragon from How to Train Your Dragon. Just scaly and freckly with the worst skin. Put some lotion on, man. Damn. Just a side note, I love that he has a personalized riposte when you get to just hit him in his ugly mug. It's very unique, and I give huge respect to the developers for developing a specialized stagger for this boss fight. It makes up for how ugly he is and the fact that we have to look at him for a solid 4 minutes. They should have done a riposte for everyone else, but you know, I digress. And why did they give him a little hand? That's insult to injury right there. He's already ugly, deformed, will not get any bitches. What is his little hand for? The developers really said, hey, wouldn't this be really funny? And just added it in there for shits and giggles. Man, studios need to have this kind of sense of humor because I resonate. Dude, has it been 4 minutes yet? I'm tired, my throat hurts, I need a tea and a bath. I know this guy desperately needs a bath. He looks like a necromorph from Dead Space. He looks like the Cronenbergs from Rick and Morty, you know that one episode of season 2, you know. He looks like he would be denied service at any and every store no matter what. He looks like if you took the human centipede and cut it in half. He looks like something you would see in the Silent Hill series, just grotesque nastiness. Let's move on and from him because yeah, I'm freaking tired. My nose hurts. I'm smelling absolute shit. Like, let's just hurry up and beat him. If it hasn't been 4 minutes, we're gonna make it 4 minutes. I don't give a fuck. Or dodge into attack instead of away from it. Exactly, bro. Oh, he's dead. Let's go! After clapping his nasty ass cheeks and his freaking juice spilling everywhere, I get smacked by a swordfish and I get to the next boss. And speak of the devil, I need to clap this CUNTS's cheeks. and I've been eagerly waiting to do it too. Listen, he might be a CUNT, but he got some skills, especially with that umbrella. Let's just get all of my deaths out of the way right now.
Oh
God.
so close. Sorry, I don't mean to come. That was me, boys. That was me.
Dude, first off, this guy has an umbrella as a weapon. An umbrella. I should be tearing it up like the predators do to their victims. This is some bull. And he's wearing a gold suit to fight me? Who is this guy? Gold member? He just loves gold. Actually, now that I look at it, it's not even gold. His mask is gold and it's like a green. You know, we're gonna keep it going. I don't give a fuck. Whatever. Am I just a business transaction to him? Is he going to a stockholder meeting after this to talk about profits and shit? Freaking capitalism, man. It's infected our games. This man looks like he is fighting with his pinky up because he's so proper. He has etiquette in a fight for your life. And he's also saying I'm poor in the same sentiment. This guy only orders a venti espresso vanilla latte with oat milk, goat milk, 3 pumps of sugar, 2 pumps of some random other shit, and still sends it back because it didn't taste right. He is the male version of a Karen, a Keith. He talks like Shane did in Smosh's America's Next Top Simp video. And again, I have to come back to the suit. He's fighting me in dress shoes, bro. You know how uncomfortable those are? Barry, I wear them every day and I hate it. I just want to wear my Crocs. He also uses smoke screens and bombs like he's a ninja. Why the hell are there ninjas in post-apocalyptic England? This makes no sense. And don't even get me started on his second phase, man. This guy drinks some random potion that he got from the alchemist that's supposedly freaking sick. Probably some random drink he got off of Red Pill YouTube that will turn him into an alpha male or some other bull like that. And then it turns him into an octopus. Legit a tentacle monster like an octopus. He looks like the evil Monty from Black Ops 4 when he eats Maxis. He looks like Octodad from the Octodad series. And he still wants to fight me. Like, what is this fight, man? Honestly, I fought huge monsters and literal gods, and this one is the fight that makes me trip balls. None of it makes sense or flows. He's an uptight 1%er, and then he turns into an octopus? What is up with that? Like, if you wrote this down on a piece of paper, that would stick out like a sore thumb. The developers were on bath salts creating this fight. Just, all right, he's a CUNT, let's make him an octopus in the second phase. And everyone was like, genius. He also has a big ass right arm like a charger from Left 4 Dead 2, except he's nowhere near as big and he's like weak as hell. Like he's gonna get his cheeks clapped. And he's holding on to his umbrella. Bro, why are you holding on to the umbrella? The umbrella's not doing anything for you now. You're an octopus. You're gonna get wet. That's what octopuses do. Also, he randomly has decay on him. Like that makes no sense why he would have decay. If he's an octopus, he should be having some kind of wet stuff. Like it literally makes no sense, bro. This fight is making no sense right now. You know, the good thing, guys, though, the good thing is that his pants and his shirt are still on, okay? He's still professional. He's still okay. Like, he still looks professional. He can go to a meeting after this. He'll be fine. Let's go! You piece of shit! Wannabe octopus monsters for Black Ops 3 ass. So we finished clapping this guy's cheeks and we kill him because he was like, spare me, blah, 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 whatever, bro. I don't give a fuck about you. Anyways, and then we go back to the old lady. She passed away, sadly. So we take her painting because she actually painted something sick. So I'm actually excited about that. And then we go and meet up with my 6th baby mama of the run. And then me and Leia, dude, we just start clapping everyone's cheeks, bro. Like they're not able to handle this. This is a freaking goated setup. If they allowed like co-op where one of us could play, if they allowed co-op where one of us could play as Leia and the other one plays normal, that'd be sick as hell. But we eventually get to one of the hardest bosses of all time, but it was so fun and rewarding.
And who might you be?
Man, after 100 plus deaths, I do not know how I even have the energy to start roasting this man. He is the epitome of horrible in all the best ways. And only one of 3 bosses to ever make me do over 100 deaths. Melania was 107, Marianne was 110 plus, and this guy was 117 plus. Absolutely insane. And he's just a rejected One Piece villain. Like Jeff Dunham rejected him for his new special because this guy had no sense of humor and is darker than Ahmed. And Ahmed was a terrorist, guys. Remember that? I know for a fact that this guy, as a kid, was one of those kids who played with a random ball. But as soon as he saw you playing with a jump rope, he wanted to then play with your jump rope. Just a sad boy with no friends. And I didn't summon Leia, by the way, because 1, I am her. And 2, I needed to do this by myself to show that I indeed was a true mother effing tank. I was also showing some gameplay on my hands because I play on keyboard and mouse, and I feel like no one in the Souls-like community plays on keyboard and mouse. Nothing against them, but I bought a PC to play on a PC, and that includes playing on a keyboard and mouse. So I do. Just a preference thing, and I enjoy it a lot. Anyways, back to this absolute cuck of a boss. I skip it a lot in the playthrough, but getting into the second phase, this guy goes all masochist and loves the pain and is very uncomfortable for sure. The developers cooked on this creeper, and they cooked hard. This man is a combination of every pedo in any and all media up to this date. They even gave him a mustache, and as we all know, all pedos have a mustache. Wait, what? Continuing on the roast for his nerd ass, he is wearing the same jacket that Cruella from the first live action 100 Dalmatians was wearing, and we all know what happened to her. She was literally bathed in poo, and that's what I'm doing to this man. Absolutely cooking him and shitting on him, and of course, clapping his cheeks. Although he enjoys that, and I don't know if I should finish or not, but I will because I am a man and I'm a father, and as one, you should keep your word and follow through on what you say. You know what's crazy is my fiance helped me with this part of my life a lot. She kept me accountable for my words and actions, and I actually owe a lot of that growth to her. So if she watches all the way to this part, just know I love you, that you're my love, and then I'm clapping this guy's cheeks in your honor. And then I'm gonna clap your cheeks. One thing about this DLC is that the boss fights are so long. Like they average like 5 minutes each, which is not a long time for me normally, but in a boss fight, it's a long time. Right guys? Am I right, men? And only men? This guy even has a nerdy voice, just all nasally without any reverb behind it. If they gave him glasses, that would have made this boss the nerdiest boss in the game. Only nerds wear glasses. But to the RNG gods, we're finally in my favor for this attempt. And on attempt 10,000 at this point, we are finally able to complete my cheek clapping escapade and finally end this 50-minute-ish long video. And I think I'll put it on the screen and see how long it was. Thank you guys for watching. Please like and subscribe, and I'll catch you in one of your streams as long as you catch me. No! Oh my God.
Any parameters of my research.
Oh my God, this is it, this is it, this is it! Let's fucking go! Oh my God. You absolute piece of shit, creeper, tweaker, predator. Can I get some hype in the chat, please? Oh my God. Oh my God. Oh my Come on, can you guys follow me on Twitch? Can you guys follow me on YouTube? Like, come on. I think that deserves a follow on everything. Follow me on Neptune. Follow me on Blue Sky. Follow me on Pornhub. Like, come on. That... Come on. Oh my God, that was freaking sick. Dude, Round 8 Studio, you deserve have your ass eaten, all right? Everyone, the director, Cho Juan, they need to eat your ass, bro. They need to eat your ass. He's the new Miyazaki, bro. They need to eat this guy's ass. Thank you so much for watching. What challenge should I do next? Let me know in the comments.